Evening YouTube, hope everyone's good. Now, because things have been a little bit quiet as of late, I've been looking over some old footage, panels, channels, whatever, and it becomes quite apparent that amongst all the communities there is actually a lot of things that we do agree on, things in the middle, which I've said for so long, innit? Do you know what I mean? Build on the things that you agree on, the things that matter to you all. Some of the things that we don't agree on, we may never agree on, but the things that matter to everybody are the things realistically that we should be concentrating on. Now, for me personally, I think there's been certain shit-stirring cunts that have tried to go against all that. Now, I will put some footage out, some little bits from here and there. I'm not going to put full things out, it's just long, innit? But yeah, you can see the aggravating factors and the people that don't want what's good for everybody, they highlight themselves quite well. I think there was a point in time where things was kind of going in a more positive direction, and obviously there's no drama in that, is there? So for some people that's all they're about, and especially when they've not got a conversation in them, do you know what I mean? It sort of like becomes a little bit more apparent. All this fucking division, it's one of them, innit? Who does it serve best? Does it serve you best? Does it serve me best? I don't think it does. Now, one of the videos I'm going to put out tonight, Babs, believe it or not, actually comes out with a lot of common sense, but common sense, do you know what I mean, doesn't apply to everybody, does it? It seems. But yeah, I'm gonna put a little piece of footage out tonight from on Ghost Panel as it goes, and yeah, I think, to be honest, what I put out and what not, I think most people would agree on, except for the extremist elements and the people that just want more drama. Oh, let's do some more doxings, get some more views. Do you know what I mean? Who the fuck needs them people realistically? Now, the key thing that I've spotted in most chats, in most communities, conversations, etc., we do actually all blame the government. I mean, some people will twist it and make out it's a white people problem, but it's the British government in it, which includes everybody. We've got nearly 200 types of people here, and what's good for all those people is not necessarily what we're being given, is it? It's not that it's unachievable, because it is, but that's not what we are receiving. And I've said this for time, we're all being played off each other, whether it be religion, politics, even fucking football. Do you know what I mean? I just think we've got to think a little bit more clever now. We've got to box a bit more clever. and we've got to weigh up the bigger picture. And again, who does all this shit actually serve? It's certainly not us. That's a fucking given. Now, anybody with a multicultural family, all these changes are going to affect you and yours a hell of a lot more. And I'm in that circle. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people are in that circle. Now, not even 1%, the elite scumbags, should not be able to rule over 99%. We're governed by consent. Do you know what I mean? Are we happy with the service which we are being provided with? That's what you need to ask yourself. Now, when I'm saying we've got lawful solution to most of the problems that we all agree are problems, do you know what I mean? I think we should be exploring those options realistically about now. It's one of them, innit? What else we've got to lose? Well, have we got anything to lose? I think we've got everything to gain, but I don't think we've got anything to lose, individually or collectively. Do you know what I mean? Now, realistically, the only thing that our government actually fears is unity. The one thing that certain instigators and shit stirring cunts, you can blatantly see that they wish to avoid that. They don't want to have anything to do with that. They want to drag us all back into the swamp. No matter what panel, what channel, they'll get in where they fit in, and they think they can get away with it. Now, credit where due. As of late, Triller put his foot down. Nines kind of like yeah, made it clear. Do you know what I mean? We don't need to be doing this bullshit. 2026, blah blah blah. Certain people will always entertain the bullshit, and those are the people that you should be wary of. Do you know what I mean? What's their game? What's their end game? We're looking to deal with problems amicably between communities and leave us all in a much better, safer, more prosperous fucking position. Some people are going against that. Do you know what I mean? It's about time, realistically, that we actually wake up. There's enough weight to certain things. A conversation that was unfolding the other night, I'm not going to highlight the channel because I know what people are like, but a woman came on, I think she was 64 years. Fuck off, you little twat. I swear this wants to die. You've got a day to live, fuck off and enjoy it. Now, yeah, 64-year-old woman, and she had a hell of a lot of facts, a hell of a lot of fucking knowledge around certain things, and for some reason people was jumping all over him. Oh, we're heading this way, we're heading that way, blah blah blah, you can't talk about this, you can't talk about that. Fucking hell. For me personally, I think you should be able to talk about anything you want, question anything you want, critique anything you want. The moment you get told you can't, you can speak about everything else, but you can't speak about this. Yeah, that's problematic for me personally. For me personally, I would always question something that was told you can't question even more. 100 times more, because it's one of them, innit? Well, why can't we question that? And I'm on about the Israel side of things and whatnot, the Jewish side of things and whatnot. I think it's mad. Yeah, protect people by all means. You don't protect a state, a country from criticism. When you do that, you're inviting problems, and to be fair, you're inviting problems to the community. Do you know what I mean? Nothing to fucking hide, nothing to fear, have you? And it clears up a lot of fucking misconceptions and whatnot. I've heard Luke critique quite a lot and say, oh, you know, people say 100 and I think it's 112 countries, but it's actually 12, Luke says. Now, for me, if you can separate facts from fiction in any situation, then that's going to be of benefit to the people of that community. Having it where, oh, can't talk about this, can't talk about that, yeah, that raises people's eyebrows. That literally brings in more questions and more suspicions and more rumours, and the dust from the rumour mill, it's just not any good for any of us, is it? Do you know what I mean? Well, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I don't think any of us know everything about everything, and I think we should all be able to discuss these things openly and honestly and be brought forward with the evidence. Do you know what I mean? The thing is, when you have a discussion and people bring their evidence, both sides, all sides, whatever, the winners are the people that are listening, watching and seeing these evidence based arguments brought forward, and then you can all build a much better, clearer, concise fucking opinion on whatever topic. And if you can do that collectively, then you can see the bigger picture collectively. Now, I'm sure, doesn't matter whether you're black, white, brown, fucking yellow, green, fucking purple, whatever. I think we would all agree that we would want a safe, decent world for our children and future generations to live in. Do you know what I mean? I think we would all want that. But to do that, we need to be open and honest as individuals and collectively. There may well be some facts and evidence that totally go against your beliefs, your opinions, but facts are facts. Do you know what I mean? The facts, unfortunately for some, they just don't care about your feelings or opinions or beliefs. They just stay as what they are, facts, evidence. Now, a healthy opinion and a healthy belief will change along the way, depending what you've seen, what you've heard, what you've been shown. It will change your opinions and whatnot. Again, I say a healthy opinion. Not everybody's got a healthy opinion. Some people have just got a narrative and they'll stick to it. Despite how much facts and evidence you put forward, they'll just bury their head in the sand a little deeper. Those people, do you know what I mean? They're not going to be of use to anybody in the bigger picture, in the long game. Now, I know, do you know what I mean? I know there is enough decent people to have these open, honest conversations leading to, well, how do we deal with this as a country? How do we deal with this as communities come together on the things that actually matter? Do you know what I mean? Now, like I've said in the past, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of channels about, there's a lot of panels, etc. But I'm not sure that like these things are able to be done, because it's kind of like a narrative with a lot of them. We've got to protect this, we've got to protect that. I'm happy with just the truth, the facts and the evidence. I've always been happy with that. Even if that goes against my narrative, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Now, I've got Rude Awakening channel, which we did used to have some really good discussions, debates, etc. I may well have to pull that out the garage and do a few lives. Now, time is generally something I'll be short of, so if I'm going to be doing something, it will more than likely be once a week, if that. And I'm not saying it's going to go on forever, it might just go on for 2 shows, 3 shows, 4 shows, 10 shows. I think last time we did it, I think we ran about 12 shows all in all. And we covered, do you know what I mean? We covered some very relevant topics, we had relevant people on and whatnot. I think we just need more of that, if I'm honest. Now, but yeah, I think I'm not saying it's going to be this week or whatever. One of the main people I want to come on is going on holiday soon, so I will probably do it when that person's back. Maybe I'll do it beforehand for certain other things and whatnot, I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, it's something I'm contemplating at the moment anyway. The only problem with me doing something like that is trying to get a good time slot. I think realistically the best I could do would be what I used to do, which was 9 o'clock onwards on a Sunday, which is a good day for me after 9 o'clock, stress free. So yeah. Now there's been loads of people that like, yeah, there's been a few bumps in the road and things have not been as smooth as you would want. A couple of good discussions with people like Nines and whatnot, do you know what I mean? But there's a lot we agree on. You can ask Nines the same, do you know what I mean? There is a hell of a lot we agree on, and I think that is what we should be building on. So yeah, a few things down the line to come, I guess. When I can sort it out, I'll figure out as I go. But yeah, anything I do realistically, it's for the greater good, for everybody. Not being funny, but when you've got a multicultural family, you've got to do it that way. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be fucking people that are not happy with that, but I'm not here to please everybody. It's one of them, you can't please everybody, so why try? Do you know what I mean? But we've got to do what's good for everybody. There's going to be many people in the same position. Multicultural family, multicultural circles, blah blah blah. So not everything is black or white. Do you know what I mean? many things in between, and we need to be able to come together on the things that matter. And just off the conversations that we've already had, I've already seen that there is actually enough middle ground to do something productive realistically. Doesn't have to always be negative, does it? Do you know what I mean? For some people, yeah, it will have to be like that, because they haven't got any other fucking functions, unfortunately. Even myself and Trillo, yeah, we've had a bumpy fucking whatever as of late, but again, same instigators, innit? Do you know what I mean? Before that, yeah, we've had many decent discussions and a hell of a lot of middle ground that we do agree on. So yeah, just things to consider regardless. Hope everyone's good, hope everyone's well, enjoying the beautiful weather. I'm getting attacked like fuck by butterflies, man. What the fuck's that about? What are we doing? But yeah, hope everyone's good, hope everyone's well, look after each other, stay safe and stay vigilant.